Hair is crazy. It is late. It is 11:52. This one. It's 11. It's almost midnight. This is literally JLJ after dark. Oh, I was doing some work. Um, Hello everybody. I don't know who's gonna show up. It's really late. But I wanted to explain something to you guys because I'm so blown out. Because earlier when I did my JLJ this morning, so I wanted to explain that. Um, because I left after, well, I was on for 2 hours, but I had to leave abruptly. So I want to explain me and these live shows, anything can happen, right? So let me um get that going. Let me explain to you what's going on. And I want to explain to you a video that I put out. It's coming out tomorrow morning. I left tomorrow morning. I don't know if anybody's listening. Nobody's here yet. Good. So I can talk and tell you guys what's going on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get my water and be right back. Okay. Here I come. Yes, here I'm back. I have my non-Stanley tumbler. Yes, this is really after dark, Tony. Okay, so let me explain, folks. So I was doing my show this morning, and I was doing my show this morning, and I was on for 2 hours, lower 2 hours. I wanted to go for another hour or so before whatever. I had a door. My door rang, as you know. So I was saying, let me go check on it. So I get to the door, and I got to tell you a little small piece of backstory. So, when I was a kid, I went by Jamie. My father was Jim and James Sr. I was James Jr. and Jamie. I'm only Jamie now to my kids and grandkids. I'm Papa Jamie. I'm also brother Jamie to my younger siblings. But Jamie is basically, no one calls me Jamie. My brother changed his name. I won't say his original name just for his business, but he changed it. He's JR, John Richard. So I just would preface that to say that first. So that's what was going on first. So I opened my front door. I have a screen door. It's a heavy gated screen door. I live in a ghetto, and it's painted black. It's painted white. A couple things hanging on it, and a front porch under an awning. So sometimes, and it was also kind of foggy here in LA. So sometimes you can't see the person unless they're right in front of you. There was a man looking down, a little shorter than me, black. I mean, it was white black, but I mean, it's a black person. I'm thinking, it's one of those people coming through. We get people all the time, like, can I buy your house? Kind of all this weird shit here in Inglewood. But I go, hello. The guy goes, you can't see me on the inside. You can't see me on the inside. You can only hear me. That's one of those doors you can't see on the inside. He goes, yes, I'm looking for Jamie and beep and the person's name. I'm like, no one calls us by that name ever. And I didn't recognize the voice or anything. I go, who's asking? I never said immediately yes. I never say yes immediately when anything. I said, who's asking? And he goes, Joe. And I'm like, who the fuck is Joe? Like, seriously. Then he says, I'm their uncle. Oh, wait a minute, Uncle Joe. Pause there. So my father is one of five brothers. and his oldest brother is Joe, Uncle Joe. I haven't talked to him or seen him in 20 some years. I mean, we don't talk. I have four uncles I never talk to. They don't talk to me. I don't talk to them. And I was like, what is doing at my now we've lived in this house, the family has, since 1978. So people know that my brother's lived here the whole time. I mean, I've left and lived, my brother he's lived there. But most of my family, I think, knows that I'm back in LA and I live with him. So I don't even whatever. So it's like 11 o'clock during the day, and I'm like, now my grandmother passed. So that was his mother, my father's mother. So I was like, okay, maybe he's here for that. I was just like in shock. I'd never seen him. So I said, hold please. I'm live on TV. Let me end it. I'll come right back. Now I probably should just let him in the house at that point. I said, just wait right here in the living room. I'll be right back. But I left him outside. I was just kind of discombobulated. I was like, this is really blowing my mind. And so then I ran back here, and I'm like, you guys, my uncle's here. I gotta go. Click, done. I excuse myself a little bit, put a little something on, and I go back to the front. I go, okay, well, why don't you come inside? Because it's kind of cold outside. Why don't you come in? So he comes in to my living room. And we're both just standing there by the door, the front door. We closed the gate, the gated door. We're standing there. And I'm like, sorry about your mother. Whatever, sorry about your mom, whatever. And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. And you tell us it's hard for him, I guess, and everything, of course. And he was like, well, I can't really talk about that because I'm playing the funeral. And he had a piece of paper in his hand. He's playing the funeral. So he's like, I go, well, I just want to make sure I just want to give my respect to you to say that, it was your mother. And I'm sorry to hear she lived a very long life, good for her. And he kind of stumbled with that a little bit, and it was very awkward between us. Like I'm like the black sheep of the family, so I'm like, I don't even know why he was here. Like, so I go, well, what's up? I mean, you've never come to my house before. Like, I'm like, what's going on? And he says, are you coming to the funeral? I'm like, well, what's up? That's kind of like, it's weird to get a head count. And one of the things I realized, you guys, because I don't talk to the side of my family. There's an arm of my family I don't talk to, and for various reasons. And I'm just like, we don't have each other's numbers, phone numbers. They don't have my number. They probably can find it if they went online. Probably can find it, but they don't have my. I mean, we don't talk to them. Like seriously, I don't really have anything. I don't have his number. Now he lives about 8 blocks away from me. My grandmother Lot lived 10 blocks away from me. We all live in the same neighborhood. She's in View Park. He's, I guess, Windsor Hills, and I'm in Inglewood. They're all the cities right next to each other. Where's my unbrush? My hair is bugging me. And I'm like, this is late night, shit, who cares, right? Anything goes. So I'm like, well, what's going on? And he's like, I'm looking for pallbearers for the funeral. Now, if you don't know, I know you know what it is, Miss G. I know you know what it is, Tony, Jason. I know you know. But for those who don't know what pallbearers are, because I have fans from all over the world, there are people who carry the casket in for the service. They also carry it out, and then when you go to the cemetery for the burial, they do that also there. They carry it out, carry it over. You have the service. They help put it in, the plot or whatever. It's what you do, and usually it's men, usually, or males of the family. And so I was like, oh, and my brother JR is at work. He's not home. Obviously, it's a Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday morning. Like I was kept thinking, I mean, it's so weird. You thought we were here. Um, he was like, I said, I need to know. I'm trying to count. I need to know who can be pallbearers. Okay. So he asked me again, are you coming to the funeral? So folks, I had not to go to the funeral. And I'll talk about that in a second. He looked at me. So I'm actually saying it to one of my family members, which I know will get back to everybody else, which I don't really care. They were like, oh. You know, so he looked at it, and I felt like he wanted to say something about that, and I was just like, "Bring it." I'm like, "Say whatever you want. I don't really give two shits." Um, and then he didn't. Then he asked if my brother by he said the old name is Weep going to come to the funeral. And I said, "Okay." I said, "As of right now," he said, "Yes, he's coming." He's like, "Are you sure?" I go, "Well, I'm not his keeper. He just told me he was going to go. I don't know." He said he was going to go, and he's bringing my mom. My mom decided to go, so they're representing our portion of the family. And so he writes down, I guess a no for you. I wanted to chuckle so bad when he said that. And he goes, I'll put down yes for beep. And I'm like, well, do you want to talk to JR and talk to him? Like, you know, just spring this. Like, I don't know what the plan is. Right? So he's like, no. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, you know what? I will just, I don't, I'm not going to the funeral. Good luck to everybody and what they're going to do there. So then he's like, give me a hug. Awkward, I mean, most awkward hug on earth. It was quick. It's like, whatever. And he goes, bye. And turns around and leaves. And I'm like, bye. It was like the most awkward thing. And it's so funny to me because I don't have any uncles on I have my mother's side, I have only one uncle that's like an actual uncle, and he's a year older than me. So I always call Uncle Ron, but it's not, we're close in age. I only have one aunt, my Aunt Faith. Everybody else is dead. My family on that side of family don't live long. They don't make it past 80. So my father's side, I have uncles and aunts and stuff that I barely talk to any of them. Now I talk to some of my cousins in other parts of the country. I have cousins a lot of them that left area here. And there's certain cousins, and Tony, you know this, I don't talk to you. And there's certain cousins I do talk to from both sides. But since my grandmother was only a lot by marriage, not a lot of lots are coming. It's like unless they're my immediate cousins, immediate first cousins in that group, or descendants of any of the sons. Um, I have cousins who are lots, who that's their Aunt Bertha, you know, by marriage, but they're not coming. So I was just kind of like, okay, so I texted my brother. I gotta let him know what's going on, like right away. Yeah. And he was like, what the fuck? I don't want to do that. So apparently him and my mom are planning just to go to the actual funeral service at the church, say hi to a few folks, and then duck out. They don't want to go to the burial, they're not going to the repast or whatever's going on. That was their plan. So I'm like, that's what I'm letting you. I give you a heads up. I'm letting you guys know what's going on. It's up to you guys. I'm not gonna be there because at when my grandmother's funeral happens, I will be interviewing somebody, or I might be on here on Thursday morning. I have an interview at 8 or 9, so I won't be there. I'll say good luck to you. Then, so it's just kind of weird. So that's why I had to get off and run to the front and end the show because I was like, I could have kept the show going, I guess. It was like, I come back. I said, no, I'm curious. I didn't know what was going to happen or what he wanted. I didn't know if we were going to turn into a conversation. He didn't ask me how I was doing, what's going on, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm not hurt or anything. I just kind of like, there was just, I didn't know what was going to be because I have compassion. I mean, it's your mother. And if you wanted to talk about it, ever, I would have been right there. I would have talked, listened, and that kind of stuff. But he didn't. He left, and that was it. I just watched him walk out. I was like, "That's my uncle, my oldest uncle. He's like in his 80s, and today's actually my uncle Harold's birthday. His younger brother, who just turned 80 today. But my brother and I talking when we got home. It reminded us of how our uncles were not there for us. After a certain age, they just dropped us, and they focused on the girl cousins for some reason, and us boy cousins. They just, I'm like, these black men needing people, and they just were not there for us. And I don't know because I came out or whatever. They were like next to me. Who knows? But ironically, it's Michael Joe's son Michael, who was the one who told us about grandmother's funeral and what's going on Instagram. He was like, I don't have your numbers. I didn't give him my number. I was like, um, and we don't have anything against him. It's just that we're not in each other's lives. We're just really not. Every once in a blue moon, we say hi to each other online, but that's, I mean, it's not, to me, that's fine. I'd rather just be online cousins. I mean, I don't really have a thing there. So that's what happened today. So if you watched my JLJ this morning later, or if you're on at the time going, well, what, James just like ducked out? It's like my life has been that way on lives recently. It's been kind of crazy. So that's what happened there. Also, I have a video out right now. Actually, I guess it's just released right now at midnight. My extra connections. There's a person who comes to my lives every once in a while, um, and they're a little rough sometimes with me or whatever. But they're fine. It was whatever. And yesterday and this morning, or the day before and this morning, um, yes, Tony, there you go. Well, there you go. There you have it, right? Um, yes. The lots are a little weird, and you know that, Tony, JC. Um, Also, so this guy, so this, I think, I'm assuming it's a guy by their name. I think it's a guy, but I've never seen their face or anything. But off and on for years, they've kind of followed me. But came on Happy for Ashes, was like setting me out, because this morning we were talking politics and having a really big discussion. I was talking, so I see the comments come up, and I see all the comments usually, but a lot of times I'm busy with my aunt because I'm doing a show. That's number one. I'm doing a show first. The comments come second, but I'm doing a show first. And you guys asked me a question, so I was answering it. And he was posting. He asked me. He was like, he keeps coming in and like, well, you should do a GoFundMe, or you should do this, or you should do that. And all these suggestions and stuff. And and can I send you this? And because I don't answer fast enough, kind of gets a little upset. And it's like, was like, well, never mind, I guess not, and blah blah, and it tracks all his statements. And I'm like, I just, and that's what. And later on in the show, I should address him about saying his name, but saying, hi, I did see your comments. That's want everybody to know that I do see comments sometimes. There's another person who comes every once in a while who gets mad at me if I don't acknowledge them fast enough. But I'm doing a show. My number one job is do a show. And a lot of times, if you ask me a question, you guys, I answer the questions in order. Sometimes they're lengthier answers. Sometimes the follow-up people, we're having a conversation. Your comments, I see the comments that are part of the conversation we're having. I'm not going to stop abruptly to answer your question or stop abruptly to change the subject. No, I want to finish the conversation we're having. Sometimes you guys bring up some really good stuff, and I want to finish it. So I'm like, people get mad at me all the time. People get mad at me all the time. But I'm very clear about, I'm doing a show first. You guys bring up a topic. We're talking about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk it out, and then I'll get back to you. And then a lot of times I will go back and go, let me see what other comments were in here, and then I will address you. But I get accused of being like, you're ignoring me, and you're so mean, and you do what you gotta do. I don't have any problems, but I usually address stuff. So I put out a video today. Extra Connections, you guys can watch it. It's out now. It came out 10 minutes ago. About what I do as a content creator, and kind of what the reasoning is, how I make money as a content creator. I actually break it down, explain it, and explain entrepreneurship and the whole thing. So hopefully that person, I didn't mention the person again, the handle in that video either, but if they watch it, they should know it's them. They should know it's them, and hopefully they will see it. And because tomorrow morning I won't be on, or this morning I won't be on, because I have an interview at 10. I mean, if I might try to come on for a few hours, maybe if I get on early enough for an hour, but chances are I won't. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows what happens? But I would interview at 10. So I have to get ready for that. So I kind of hope that person just sees it, so they get an idea of. So literally I'm answering their question. So you can watch that video. But in a nutshell, when I ask for donations on here, or super chats, or Venmo, I mean not Venmo, Patreon, or buy me a, that's all ways to support JLJ Media, and that's what content creators do. And I explain how on YouTube, almost every YouTuber is asking for money all the time for things to help run, and that's what we do. That's just our job. It's not about getting a GoFundMe. It's not like you're doing a movie. Like, I need money for a movie. You go GoFundMe. That's something totally different. This is kind of just what we do. I mean, that's what we say. Let's talk about, let's hit the like button. Let's hit they're all parts of the pie. When you download a song of mine, like, I'm always going to be pushing stuff, my Patreon, my threadless.com. Like, that's what we do. That's what you go to anybody. And I gave some examples like Trilogy Media, or even Stone Cold Jacko. Anyway, we're always asking for money of some sort for things, and we give out a lot of free content, and we have some stuff that we charge. Like, it's just part of this. It wasn't so much that I'm so destitute that I need government assistance. Now, I do have some shows that I do over 50 shows. I do a lot of stuff. I do more than most people. I have some shows that are sponsored, so I do get paid from that. And also, I have applied for a couple of grants, and we got them, and we get paid quarterly for that. So there's certain things that do happen. And those are for my bigger bills. Like, I have a mortgage. I have all these things like that do. So sometimes I need stuff for little things. And the fact was, this week I didn't get paid from YouTube because I didn't make enough money on YouTube. So I just need little things. And I want to thank Samantha. I want to thank Yvette. Both gave me today after the show, and I was able to use that money to pay a couple of bills. So thank you, Samantha and Yvette, today. That was very sweet of you. And I also thank everybody who's ever given me anything. So, but that's the whole point. I'm saying this is my full-time job, and part of my full-time job is also asking for money and stuff. So, and donations. So anyway, it's just, I was giving examples. So hopefully it's clear to him. Right, super chats. My girl, the World Girls, that's what I got the idea with the shots. They're like, do a shot. If you ask them to do a shot, pay $50. They charge a lot of money. You want them to do a reading, pay $100. Like a lot of creatives have all kinds of ways they do this. You go on Twitch, or they always want you to buy gifts. TikTok, the little gifts cost money, which goes to them. And so you like, we need to fill up our coin jar or whatever. They just fake coin jars and stuff. It's part of what we do, because a lot of us get paid by gig or paid by certain things. We don't get paid. We don't have a regular paycheck. So it's kind of like, that's kind of the point. And anybody on YouTube, that's the point. You want to make money off of YouTube. That's kind of what they do. And so me, I give you tons of content everywhere all at once. I give content everywhere because I feel it's very important. So anyway, so I hope that video really explains kind of what I do a little better. Why is that not? Let me do it. So it's just one of those things. Anyway, so I but I said, if that person's really being sincere, thank you so much. I have medical insurance, I have dental, I have all that stuff, I have all that taken care of. It's just like I said, there's other things I need, and it happens. So it's kind of funny, but I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure I got that out there. So hopefully that person probably won't see that video. But if I ever see them who they are, and if I ever see them in the chat, I will tell them, go watch that video. It'll explain everything. So that's the thing. So like, I'll be getting paid later this week, I think, or beginning of next week. I can't be right the 24th. I'll be getting paid I get paid for Patreon first. I get paid from my podcasts. I think around the 27th, 28th. And I have a royalty check coming from my books. So I have a couple of things coming, stuff. These last couple of weeks, I've had no organizing clients. Some of my clients are in the middle of their transition, so they're handling some stuff, and then we'll pipe up again in a couple of weeks. So that will happen. So that's what I'm saying. I'm doing this now. That's why I have two different companies. So I'm doing this now full time. I have a couple of coaching clients that happening next week also. So I have things going on. So like I said, I'll have money to pay my half of the mortgage and all that kind of stuff next week. That'll be taken care of. But I have these little things I take care of. Like I had to renew a song, and it's once a year, and it's like $50. And so I want to keep that album up there. So I did. And actually, Flobo told me that somebody he interviewed liked his and my music together. So that's why the music's out there. And so somebody liked it. It's like, okay, I'll take that. So that was kind of nice. And Tony, I ran into Flobo today, and as you saw on Patreon, I ran into him today. We ended up having coffee. So I was like, I was in his neighborhood. It was serendipitous. Yeah, I feel like I just talked for 24 minutes straight. Cheese and crackers. Oh, and those of you asking me, I did have a Big Mac. I'm putting that video together, and I'll let you know where it's gonna be. Where it's gonna be. I did a video on this thing, which is funny because I don't have a Stanley Cup. It's the fake. But I put a video out on that. This thing is beautiful. It's pretty. Okay, so I can't see it. It's a pretty color. It's heavy. It's sturdy. It keeps everything cold. So there you go. And like, if I get that all out. Woo! It's a lot, folks. Trust and believe. It's a lot. I have a lot going on. Yeah, so that's I just want to say that. I guess. And I said, let me come on and close that. I gotta close some of these things. All these things open. Let me close that too. Okay. I have a lot going on, folks. All over the place, all the time. In his name, yes, it's of course you did it. I love it. I just want to see what Tony was gonna say. He's like, whatever. And he butt dialed me tonight too, about a half an hour ago. I was laying in bed. He called. I was like, "Oh my God, something wrong." Now we've called each other late before, but I was like, "Hello," and there was no answer. I'm like, "Hello, hello," and then I heard something in the background. I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like, do I need to get in? Do I need to get in the car and get there and help? Like, is there something wrong? I'm that kind of friend. I'm the kind of friend you can call middle of the night and say, "James, I need you," and I'll show up. That's the kind of friend I am. But he admitted he butt dialed me, which I'm like, how do you even do that anymore? But I guess I don't know how. I mean, I guess you can do it. I guess you can. I've taken pictures by accident, my phone, but I fell asleep with my phone on. Usually, my phone turns to the because I have a lock on my phone. I have a code lock on my phone. Usually, it turns to it at some point, and so then you have to, then you're off. But there's a couple times I guess I fall asleep while on the phone, and then I wake up and I have like five really messed up pictures. They're not really any, just like pictures. So my brother and I going to see um MJ the musical on Sunday. So I guess it's another thing. Okay, it's another thing I have to mention. Okay. So some folks this weekend were like, I'm trying to be good about this because I know everybody follows me on different things. I'm like on 20 different platforms. And I'm trying to make a system for myself that when I make a change, get it around to everybody because there were some folks who were not mad or anything, just like you changed the date of the thing. I'm like, I thought I told everybody. I literally thought I told everybody on here. But I can't assume anything. People catch my stuff wherever. So yes, the Zooms that are for this weekend were originally last weekend, but they were changed because my family stuff. So they're this weekend. The mental health is on Friday. The soap Zoom is on Saturday. And yes, on February 3rd, that GH Zoom was canceled until further notice. I have a family thing that day. Um, and but the mental health chat for the second is still happening. And then the 10th is another one after that. That's something else. So yeah, sometimes things change because of family stuff. Right now I have my family comes first. I have family stuff. It's just I can't avoid it. But I'm sorry if you're at the last minute going, I thought there was a Zoom today, and I would have swore people see it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to just easily get to everybody what's going on. I have not even began those plans. I know we talked about them the other night. We talked about them the other day. We talked about them. I haven't got that far yet. This week has been just cousin's death, grandmother's death, talking to family, catching up on work. I have like stacks of work to do. I just have stacks and stacks of stuff. Um, I haven't even, yeah, I haven't got it, but I need to start doing that soon because time goes by fast and it's almost February already. And I'm supposed to be going at the end of March. So somebody actually just texted me, they're going to be here end of March. And I said, I won't. And I was like, I won't be here. I'll be on the East Coast. So I got to fit. So I got to sit down, map out exactly where I'm going, where I want to go, talk to the folks that I want to see in those places if they're there, find out if I can stay with them or not. Like there's like several steps. I mean, I know how to do it. I've done it many times. I just got to figure out who's and what's it's and who's it's. But right now I don't have the money, so I can't. So I can't. Even, I don't have the money yet, so I can't even book anything. But I can book one piece of a leg. So like from Virginia to Maryland to New York, I can book that leg. That leg I can book right now. But other than that, I got to figure out the others and then figure out when can I pay for them? When can I get them going? There's a whole bunch of stuff I got to do. I know everything's just like, but then I have other things up in the air too. Just a couple of family things coming up. It's a lot, you guys. My carefree days are over. I don't have any carefree days. Carefree days? What's that? I am responsible for so much stuff. It's not even funny. Like I said, I don't tell you guys everything. There's a lot of stuff you guys have no idea about that I'm also going through. And it's just like it is. There's times I want to scream into a pillow and just start screaming. But I'm handling stuff as I'm handling it. Thanks to everybody who's like, if you want to talk. A lot of times I don't want to talk about it. That's kind of the issue is that I talk about it all the time because I have to for stuff that the last thing I want to do is talk about it and complain about it. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I want to complain about it, but the last thing I want to do is complain about it. It's crazy. It's just kind of crazy. It's like the beginning of my year. It's just stuff is coming up. I had to fix stuff in my house. I mean, I was like, I had to put money towards my house, and I had to fix the back door, the lighting, and the light switch in the front. I got to fix my sink, my brother's sink. I mean, that was like just fixing the two light things was $250, and he was cheap compared to the phone. And he came right away. So compared to a lot of others, I mean, just everything costs money, especially when you own your own house. If you have a car, you understand it too. A car costs money. Houses cost money. It's like I'm just paying. I'm like, and then our heating bill is high because it's fucking freezing out here, and we're not gonna be freezing, so we're paying my brother's half's a lot. Just it's a lot. It's a lot, you guys. There's just a lot going on. I'm just trying to hold on and handle. I get pockets of relief here and there, but not really. I'm in charge of everything. I'm co in charge of everything. I'm just like it's in many different directions. Everybody is wanting a piece of me, so to speak, for something because I'll handle it. I come in, that's what I do. I come in, and Tony, you're a Taurus. You know how this is. You come in, and I'm the one that was just okay. Let's do this, get it done, get that done, get that done, and it's done. They know I'm efficient. They know I'm trustworthy. They know I'm good. I will come in and handle everything. They say a lot of my family and friends they say I'm very calm. So I just come in because I don't fly off the handle or do anything crazy. They're like, you're just very calm. You come in, you just handle it. That's what I do. And maybe it's the ex-nurse in me. It's just like, no, just come in and handle it. While all of them have their moments, everybody's having their moments. I can't even have a moment because they're having their moments. But I felt a little sappy today. I told my mom that I love her very much, and I was like, I know I'm rough sometimes on you and everything, but I said, but I will do anything for you. And she's like, no, I know you've proven that this last year and a half that you will do. I said, I will. I'll do. I mean, I do what I need to do for you guys. I love you guys. I can. I've dropped everything. I've done whatever you guys need. I will try to continue to be there for you. It's like I know Tony can relate to this too. We're in a different season now. This is a whole different ball game, and and unfortunately, as we get older, meaning she's getting older too, and we're getting older too. Like this is where we're at right now. I can't even. I want to scream and complain, but I can't. Just not gonna do anything. This is where I'm at right now. I just got to handle it. So I try to soften myself, and because I'm always so busy just handling stuff, to say, I do love you, and I'm really sorry. And I was telling my brother-in-law the same thing. Like, I love you very much. Thanks for being a phone call away when I need you. And he was like, okay. He was like, what's going on? I'm like, I just feel sappy today. I feel sappy. Just because I just want to say thank you to people. I'm thinking to all of you out there, and thinking to everybody out there who's just been supporting me this last year and a half. It just has not stopped yet, and I'm ready for it to. It's never going to stop fully, but it's gonna. I mean, there's certain parts of my life are just going to be this the rest of my life, but other parts it has to calm down so I can actually just like have some of me. And so part of that East Coast tour, Miss G, is that's part of it. I want to be able to go, but if something happens, I can't do the East Coast tour. I got to figure something out. I got to. Maybe it's another short cruise. Just get the fuck out of here. That last cruise before everything happened was wonderful. It was 4 days. I loved it. You guys remember I loved it so much. That's before everything went sour. And I'm so glad I went on that cruise. I'm so glad. My friend met me down there in Ensenada. We had a great time. So if I have to just another little short cruise, I'll take a 4 day cruise, because I'll tell you, when you cruise, it really does force you to relax or be immersed in your situation. And I loved it. I slept a lot. I ate a lot. I drank a lot. It was wonderful. And I got to see some great, and it was funny. And on that cruise, it was 4 days, and it was morning to next day at sea, going to Catalina Island. The waters were so rough we couldn't go to shore. So it was another day at sea, which it was a beautiful day. And I've been to Catalina Island many times, you guys know. So I was like, that's fine. And then we got the next, and then we left that night. The next one we went to Ensenada, which I loved. And my friend Caesar met me down there. We had the greatest time that whole day. He had our, we drove around. We had a great time. Had some good food, some good ass food. We had wine, which I have the bottles here. Went to a winery in Ensenada. Went to a bar. Oh my god, we had so much fun. It was so funny. Um, then we had another day at sea and came back. I had a moment like that while while my mother and sister on FaceTime came with each other. They came with each other. I had a moment like that. Wish list. Miss She says, wish list. What does that mean? What's your wish? What's your wish list? You asked me what my wish list. What does that mean? Um, all your mother and sister are trying to communicate, and also telling you, your mother and sister are trying to communicate with each other on FaceTime. I'm confused by your thing too. I know it's late, but I'm confused with both of your latest things. Um, but yeah. So that's the deal. That's the deal. So a cruise it could be good. Another short cruise could be good. A quick cruise. That's on your wish list. A quick cruise. There's some. I mean, if you live by, like I said, I live by a port. So I'm very fortunate. If you live by Galveston, Texas, if you live by Florida, any parts of Florida, California, you can do quick cruises. They're quick. They have 3 and 4 dayers. There's a five. I'm part of Carnival and I'm part of Caribbean. I thought about doing a 5 dayer. That's not even long enough. That's even longer. I'm like, yes. But yes, I like cruises. My friend just went on a cruise. My mother, her sister got it. My mother and sister, her sister got it. Okay, got it. Okay, something like that. My sister. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We just we're busy running around, doing everything, handling stuff, doing stuff. And it's like we got to find ways to still say I love you and that I care about you, and get a little sappy once in a while. Because, like I said, literally, I almost lost my mom last year. I mean, I learned that, right? It was right. I was faced with her mortality last year, and that was a trip. I can't get away like that anymore. Oh, you can't, Miss G. So your situation set up where you can't just go. You can't go on a trip for yourself. I mean, I don't know your life at all, so I don't know what your life is like or whatever. And it's none of my business, of course. But I'm sorry that you can't get away like that anymore. I'm not as free as I was before either. This is what I get for being so free the last like 40 years. Now I'm tethered to stuff. And black folks, we don't trust everybody. So when you find somebody who's trustworthy, that's the problem too. It's like, well, they trust me. My family's getting smaller and smaller. It's like, oh, Jake M. Hi there. Thanks for keeping us all company. I love to hear you talk. But thank you, Jake. I appreciate that with your JR Ewing. I don't know how long you've been on, but I explained I left this morning earlier on the show. You have to watch that I don't know if you saw that. And also I explained there's a video out right now. I put a video out about why I ask for money. And what it means as a content creator, what we do. So that's out today too. So I'm asking anybody it's extra connections, what I do, how I make money. Check that out. And you and Tony JC, caregivers, only child. I know, I understand that. Well, I could go anywhere. Last year I could go anywhere. I was living with my mom. I had to dress her and bathe her and do and everything except for she could feed herself. But I had to make her food, put it together. Like I was doing everything, help her walk, help her go to the bathroom. So yes, I've firsthand have learned that. That's something that I learned. So now she's able to do a lot of stuff on her own. There's still things she can't do that I have to do for her. My brother has to do for her. But so I know I do understand that. So you're in that season. And I told her, as I said, we're all in these seasons right now. So I think that's what it is. I just shaved a few days ago. I shaved again. Fuck. Like I just shaved a few days ago. It's already growing so fast. I have so much hair. It's crazy. So I do understand that, Miss G. And you are an angel. Every caregiver is an angel to me. I'm like, you guys are all, and I know how Tony does for his mom, and it's amazing. So so I totally feel for you. Now that I've gone through it a little bit, I have a better understanding. I thought I had an idea, but I had no idea. None. And I said, I used to be a nurse. I used to be a geriatric nurse. That's still different. That's at work. You get to go home. This was different. Right? I was handling it 24. My brother and I both were worn the fuck out 24/7. So I do understand. And you're the only child. There you go. I tell all the time, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't. As caregiving is a hard job, as I do not wish it on anyone. But if you have to do it, then do it. Of course. But I'm just like, I don't wish it on anybody. It's not. It's a lot of hard work. And you don't know how long it's gonna last. My stepdad was sick for a month, a little less than a month. And that was hard. Just then, that month was hard. But it was a weird thinking, God, I was thinking to myself, what if he was still here and I would deal with him and my mother at the same time. So I grabbed some White Castle real quick. I haven't had White Castle in so long. Shit. When I was in New York, oh my God. I mean, because they have the White Castle in the frozen section here. That's just what I'm saying. They New York City, Brooklyn, under whatever. I love that. I tell my mother, I said, remember back in the day before Uber Eats and Grubhub and all that shit. New York's one of these cities where you could order food anytime you wanted and get it just about. Because in LA, we didn't have that delivery service here. And people were like shocked. I'm like, no, LA's so spread out and big. Nobody did that here. But I remember in New York, I'm like, I want some Chinese food. Okay, it's 2 or 3 in the morning. Okay. You call the Chinese place, they send somebody over. They knew my grandmother, my Grand Susie, Brooklyn. We had this Chinese place around the corner. Yeah. Or I could walk down there. It's nighttime. James didn't care. Didn't care it was nighttime. I just walk over there and get the Chinese food. Oh, you want a full dinner? Oh, let's get a full dinner delivered. Okay, what do you want? Which restaurant? Okay, let's grab one. That's the thing about New York. New York really was the city never sleeps. I remember when I used to go visit and I'd sleep kind of during the take nap like during the day, late afternoon. And then my friends and I would go out. We'd leave the house or where we were staying at like 11 o'clock at night to go eat and run the streets. Go to Great Papaya or my Bleecker Street Pizza in the village, like place like this. I just go eat and run the streets. My newsstands, hang out and talk to the guys there, whatever, to see what's going on. There'll be a few times. You may have found me at the Monster or the Duplex or whatever. Here and there on certain nights, I would show up. But for the most part, it was just to run the streets and whatever. And so I remember it was great. And just being with my friends at Bleecker Street Pizza, eating their wonderful, delicious, huge pizzas. Oh my God, I miss that. And just people watching and see what's going on and in this big city. Oh, I miss that stuff. I do. I mean, I want to do that again. I miss it. That's the thing. Murder burgers. I have them. I love the burgers. I have them in my house. See, there you go. I was like, New York, you can eat New York. That's just something that makes me smile. You can get some food in New York, kids. Or the street vendors. I mean, I can't do it now because my stomach would kill me. But we leave a club or whatever, be in Manhattan, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, let's get some hot dogs. I mean, those street hot dogs were the bomb. Or get a pretzel. And for me, I like my pretzels with salt and mustard. That was my thing. My mother loved her pretzels. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here's a little quick story. This is after dark. This is a quick story. It doesn't like dirty or anything, but my mother was like, I want a pretzel. I want one really bad. I said, well, how can I get it to you? I'm in New York, you're in California. How can we get to where it still be good? So we tried something. We're like, okay, we did a makeshift thing. So I got her a pretzel. And it was semi-heated. It was like, it wasn't super heated up. It was semi-heated up. I said, don't heat it up. Give it to me. We wrapped it in plastic, really tight, really tight, really tight, took the air out of it. Then I wrapped it again in foil. Then I put it in an overnight FedEx bag. And I said envelope. And I said, we're gonna send it. I went to FedEx in Times Square and I was like, I need to send it overnight so it gets there in the morning. I was like, I need it there by before 10. We did it. It cost a lot of money. I was like, my mother had the Western Union. This is how long ago it was. She had the Western Union me some money. I was like, Western Union? I had to go to Western Union, get the money. It was like, this is crazy. Now you can Zelle or whatever. So I sent it to her. She got it that morning before it was like 9 a.m. She got it her time. And she called me because I got it. She ate. She goes, it was good, but it wasn't as good. And so it didn't travel as well. I said, yeah. I said, literally it was I got it in the afternoon. So it's kind of like it was 24 hours, basically, almost. A little less than 24 hours. So I did that once. We said, we won't do that again. She goes, for the price you sent it to me, everything, it wasn't as good. So we had a good laugh over that. Oh, so that's the whole thing. We're like, that we know they're dirty. We know they're dirty, right? And that's the whole thing. We always like, we don't care. And I had an iron stomach when I was younger. Now I don't have that anymore. But I had an iron stomach. I'm getting hungry, you guys, all of a sudden. Shit. I'm gonna get myself hungry. But so good. Oh my God, so good. Miss G, I used to go to the Limelight when I used to come visit you. I used to go to the Limelight. And I know Red Parrot actually. So the Limelight was we used to go to the tunnel also. And we saw it was like Wednesday nights, it was Disco 2000 or whatever back in the 90s. And I used to go with my cousins and stuff. And they led me everywhere. I would follow them and they would lead me everywhere. But yeah, Tony, it's so good. Fresh, like fresh there, it's good. Like we just eat it in there. But they just walk by, it smells so good. I don't care. I never got sick. They're good to me. So I don't know. So anyway, so that's kind of I remember here's a little funny little side story. Let me tell the story. So Carson Kressley, this is a long time ago. It was right after Queer Eye went off the air, and I was near Radio City Music Hall, so I was like at 55th or whatever. And we're walking down towards 7th Avenue, and we were walking that direction. And there was a cart. At the cart was Carson Kressley. And what's so funny is I had long hair at the time, longer than this. He was like, I love your hair. I was like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. He was super sweet. And we're all getting hot dogs and yucking it up, having a good time. Then about 6 years later, I met him through my brother Max here in LA. And I had different hair by then. And he looked at me, he goes, why do you look familiar to me? I mean, I know me a lot of people. I say, you know what? And I don't even expect you to remember this, but we got hot dogs at a hot dog cart in New York like 6 years ago, and I had long blonde. He goes, no, I remember your hair. He goes, I remember your hair. I remember your hair. He's like, oh my God, that's because your face is the same, but it's just I was like, I remember thinking it's like, he has great hair. He has great hair. So but he was very sweet. He was very sweet. But it was at a hot dog cart near Real Music Hall. So there you go. So we had a good time doing that. Sorry, but yes, it's all my New Yorkers and Jake. All my New Yorkers and Jake. I love it. It was just it was the best. It was the best. It was the best. We had a good time. And I just I have such fondness for New York, and most of my family is dead. I mean, they died, and I just kind of my New Yorkers, and some have moved out of the city. I have I still have some family there, obviously, but I mean, I have family moved to Philadelphia, or moved to Ohio, or moved to Pennsylvania. Like, they moved out. Some came out here, California, but I have such. I always say New York City, which includes all the boroughs and just the whole New York area. That is like my magic place. It really is. I feel alive there. I feel the buzz. I feel the concrete. I feel the rats. I feel the small apartments. My grandsister had a small place, but she had it so cute. She had it so cute. And then I felt so comfortable in there and everything. The other hair journey montage. And all my hair. I know my hair is all over the place. I know. All my hair. Well, it's funny. I've grown this. This is 2.5. This is almost 2.5 years. Almost 2.5 years. Isn't that crazy? I had a shaved head, smaller than this. I got to shave the sides again. But my hair is like over 2 years old. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But anyway, but yeah, we got Texas in the house. We got J Cam. I don't know where you're from, J Cam. And then we got the New Yorkers. So yes, I love it. I do. And I can't believe I'm up at 12:45 a.m. my time. You guys, it's even later for you guys. But you guys are making me a little hungry. I'm like, I had a light lunch. Tommy Reed. Why do you sound? Why have you been on my lives before? Your name sounds familiar. You hate Philly. I'm a New Yorker. I feel the rats. I feel the rats. Yeah, Philly. Philly's very different than New York. Yes, it's very different. I love it. But I have some family in Philadelphia, but I live in Pittsburgh, so the other side. New York does have its own energy, and that's just kind of it does. It has its own flavor, its own energy, its own pacing, its own air. I was raised with a New York mother and New York family side of my family, so I really feel very native to it. When I meet another New Yorker, we get along great. That was same thing. Sorry, Tony, I have to mention his name again, but Flobo, when we met, he's very New York. He reminded me of New York. He reminds me of my family in New York. He's New York and Caribbean, and that's my family. And I'm like, and his mom his mom just loves me. I love his mom. My mom loves Flobo, and it's like they're all Caribbean, all New Yorker Caribbeans. So it completely makes sense that everybody is in there. You know what's funny, Miss G? I know you're asking Tommy. I don't like I don't like Philly cheesesteaks either. My sister and them love Philly cheesesteaks. I'm like, oh, my daughter loves them too. I don't like them. I'm not a cheesesteak person. I know you're asking Tommy, but I'm not at all. At all. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm like, oh my god, I've been out here almost an hour. Let me do my little hourly thing. If you want to give donations, these are the ways you can. PayPal. I'm gonna do this. Zelle. This is also for folks who are here later. You see this, like I said, I got 2 donations later. So thank you again to Samantha and Yvette. Thank you very much. It totally helps. That's why I posted stuff in here just in case. And New York is its own universe. It just is. New York is its own. Just like California. California is its own universe, even though we have several universes within that universe. But we're our own universe too. And I was talking about this earlier today. We are Northern California. Because somebody was mentioning Northern California is different than Southern California. It's very different. Very different. Oh, Tommy said he does like cheesecake, but it depends on where he gets it from. We're saying cheese steak, Tommy, not cheesecake. Because I'm a Junior's cheesecake person. I like Junior's. But no, we're talking about cheese steak, like Philly cheese steaks. It was very close. Very close. And I agree, Tommy. I like crust. I like certain kind of crust like cheesecake and like I said, but cheese steak. Do you like Philly cheese steaks? You went to college area, so hoagies. I'm not a hoagie person either. I'm not a hoagie person. I'm not a meatball sandwich person. That kind of stuff does nothing for me. Every once in a blue moon, I want meat in my spaghetti, but I'm not a meatball person at all. Don't want them. I like marinara sauce. It's my favorite. I always want to go to California. Somebody, and it was cheesecake, cheesesteak. It's close. It's close. It's a close. I mean, it's late. It's late. I don't know where you're from, but it's late. Shit. Um, but I like some cheesecake. Um, California's here, Tommy. We're here. We're out here. We're a long state. We're here. Yeah, it depends on who makes it. There you go. So he goes, yeah, it depends on who makes it. There you go. Yeah, I don't eat those kind of sandwiches. I just don't do any of that. Now I like a good po' boy sandwich, but that's my Louisiana side coming out. So I like that stuff. Give me some shrimp, give me some lobster. I'm all in. California's here, kids. California's here. We have great weather most of the year. There's plenty to see. California is very diverse in climate and culture and geography and topography. It's very different. Tony, you've never had a Philly cheesesteak, Tony? Wow. Okay. Tony Cheese, Miss G, Tony JC's never had a Philly cheesesteak. Never had one. That's very interesting. You've never had one. You want one, and I'm getting hungry. I'm like, I've never ordered food in LA after 12:49 a.m. I almost want to order something to see how does that work. I've always ordered in the morning, in the afternoon, and evening, but I've never ordered. So I'm like, let me look. I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna look on DoorDash and to see like what's available. I've never done it before. I almost want to try it. I love. Yeah, there you go. I guess we can say that now. You love the meats, yes. Let's do a Pink's. Oh, Pink's hot. Let me get to Pink's hot dogs. So Pink's is the bomb. First of all, they have one location that's in like a mall. That's like a secondary location. But the main location, La Brea Melrose, where you wait in line to get it, and there's like over 100 pieces on the menu. The hot dogs are just really good. The buns are really good. I know it sounds dirty. Are really good. There's such a variety, but there's something for everybody. You can get just a regular hot dog if you run that direction. But like for me, I get the Martha Stewart, I get the Rosie O'Donnell, I get the chili cheese. So like those come with sauerkraut, or bacon, sour cream, all that kind of stuff. The chili cheese dog is the bomb. They're big. I can usually eat two. It's a lot. There's time. I usually don't eat part of the day and just go, okay, I'm gonna go here at that. I've never had their fries or anything else. Like I literally go in just for the hot dogs. I just think they taste good. I just think they're really tasty, and I think that's what it is. And They're a popular name. They're a landmark. And like I said, there's always a line. But then in line, you don't know who you'll see either, because it's in between mid LA and Hollywood, and you're on La Brea, which is a major street, and Melrose is a major street. I met Solange Knowles and her son near there because they were walking by. I mean, I said hi to them. I was talking to them. She had these braids or whatever. She's all, Tony, I'll bring you on. I'll probably come to Philly soon. It's just it's the meat tastes good, the buns taste good, the extras taste good. It's seriously, I've taken everyone to Pink's, and there's no one who hasn't liked it. It's like Randy Donuts. It's another in Inglewood, another landmark. I've taken, my daughter loves Randy's Donuts. Sprinkles cake, same thing. It loves. There's certain places I'm here to take people. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Everyone loves the waffle. I'm telling you, Roscoe's puts crack in their waffles. I don't know what they do. It has to be crack. I speak koala. They put crack in there. They put crack in them. It must be crack. It must be crack. Because the waffles are so good, you don't need syrup. You can put it on there, and it makes it still good, but you don't need it. So I always get. You ever heard of Roscoe's, Miss G? Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? Oh my God, it's an LA staple. It's an LA fan favorite. It's an LA institution. They're known for their chicken. They were one of the first to do chicken and waffles. I mean, everybody does it now, but they were the first. They were the first. I used to come to town. I didn't live here. And I was like, and one of my trips was to a Roscoe's. And see, I went to the originals Roscoe's, the ones in the hood. And again, you don't know who you'll see there. Again, there's one in Hollywood. There's like 5 locations, but the one in Hollywood and the one in Hollywood, whatever, it's the bomb. Well, Tony, this isn't pink meat. It's just the Pinks is the last name of the people. That's their last name. That's their last name. The meat is not pink at all. You have nothing to worry about. It's nice and juicy and delicious and fits well in your mouth. Okay. But anyway, but the point is, but no, Roscoe's. I get the Obama, which is the number 9. It's 3 chicken wings and a waffle, and the waffle's the size of the plate. Look it up, Miss G. Look, whoever asked that, Miss G, look it up. Roscoe's is a bomb. I mean, seriously. I mean, I've taken people of different faiths, different everything, and they're like, I've never had Wells, so I can't even compare. I heard LSU wings to live. What's a nice area? What's a nice area? I want to see Hollywood. LA is expensive to live. California is expensive to live everywhere. Hollywood is dirty and crazy, and you should go there and see it. Nicer area to visit. Well, here's what I tell people all the time. You gotta come to LA and go to the beach. You have to see the Pacific Ocean. So just pick a beach. It could be Santa Monica. We have beaches all on them. Just pick a beach. Go there and see the beach. That's number 1. 2, you have to go to Hollywood Boulevard to see the dirtiness and craziness and all that. High ethos, we call it. It is you knew about it. Okay, I'm sorry. You said that, but you said it. I knew about it. It's 12:55 a.m. here. Okay. So I say go to the beach. There's a couple of restaurants you should go. I just named a few of them right now. You should just go and check those out. There is Bel Air. There's Hancock Park, Beverly Hills, Century City. Those are all very nice neighborhoods. If you want Brentwood, if you just want to see, you want to drive through and see some nice neighborhoods, you can kind of do that. And then if you want to go south, San Diego's very nice. San Juan Capistrano is very nice. If you want to go north, Santa Barbara is very nice. Another beach city, great food. Go further up the coast, there's San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco. Go. You could drive up to Nevada, go to Lake Tahoe. Also, if you're in California too, you're only a few hours away from Las Vegas. Go to Palm Springs. If you like desert, go to Palm Springs. There's a lot of places you can go. A lot of places you can go in LA and California. Yes. So Ethel, you're up late, Ethel. I know, Ethel, you're like, James, when are you going to do your goddamn shows? Well, tonight Me and Frank are doing a show tonight. We're doing a GHB Spotlight nighttime edition for you guys. That's what we're doing. Yes, and True Call, I can talk about food all day long. These folks know this. In my morning show, I'm always like, oh my God, I'm hungry. And I'll talk about food all the time. So I'm actually going to look at my app and see what things are open. I've never ordered food after 12. I was curious, like, at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, what is open? Okay, let's see. A lot of things are closed. Let's see, McDonald's accepts orders till 1:15 a.m. So they don't anymore after that. So there's Taco Bell. Popeye's still open? Guess there's Popeyes. Oh, Popeyes is open till 2:30 a.m. Okay, so they're open till 2:30. So I was curious. Del Taco. I guess they're 24 hours. That's good to know. I like Del Taco. Jack in the Box is 24 hours. Good. Oh, so you're 3 hours ahead of me. So you get up at 4 in the morning? Oh, wow. Okay. So Jack in the Box is open. There's a Jack in the Box near my house, so they're open. Oh, Denny's. God, there's Denny's. They're 24 hours also. Oh, there's a cheesecake place called Pardon My Cheesecake. That's hilarious. Oh, it's all cheesecake, cheesesteak. Okay. So a lot of fast food places are open, clearly. And also the liquor stores, also the donut places. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Wendy's. Roman's Liquors till 10 a.m. 1:10 a.m. That's so funny. Okay, Carl's Jr. Fatburger accepts food for another 10 minutes. Popeye's barbecue wings. I know. I'm like, Tony. I'm looking at this going, okay. My places are open I like. Now look at this IHOP, and I'm like, an IHOP breakfast, Tony. Bacon, eggs, sausage, hash browns. Fuck, that sounds good too. Like I mean, the people who work the night shift. I just had them go this. I just had to let them go this Monday. What do you mean? You can't have hot wings? You can't have any barbecue wings anymore? So Tommy, here's the deal. In Southern California, there's a large Louisiana community, a large Creole Louisiana community here. In LA, there's a million soul food restaurants. Are all of them good? No. I'll tell you that right now. I've tried them all just about. There are some that are really good. There are some that used to was and ain't anymore, and others who just never was. There are a few places I go to here, so there's some stuff. Oh, you're hooked. That's why you have to let them go because you're hooked. Yeah, that's so funny. You're like, I am hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. Um, I like. I'm almost tempted, you guys. Ghost Pepper. I'm almost tempted to order something. It's 1 in the morning, you people. It's 1 in the morning. Am I ordering food at 1 in the morning? It's so funny. 60 people are watching. Okay, we're gonna do a couple polls. We'll see what happens. This is the fun part. This is the late night part. Okay, we'll start a poll. You had them 3 days in a row. Oh my god. Yeah, you did have to let them go. Should I order food? Of course. Yes. No, don't do it. Okay. So easier to your two. All right, we start the poll. Should James order food? Yes or no? Vote in the poll. Oh my god, that's hilarious. 3 state day. You have three. Tony, it's one of those things when you like something, fuck you like it. You just say you're like, fuck it, I like it. Everybody's like, yes. Oh my God, this is so funny. I've never done that. I rarely order food at night. I always order food during daytime when it's sunlight. I rarely do it at night. Isn't that crazy? I rarely do it at night. This is the first of several polls. This is the first one. I have the yellow polls. I know. Support the late night. I know, right, Beauty? Right? It's like they're working, they're sitting there picking their noses, probably spitting in the food or whatever, jerking off in it, whatever. But I should help the economy. That'd be so funny to order. I have no pants on right now. I mean, I have like some shorts on, but I have no pants on. That's so funny. My brother's totally asleep up front. He's totally asleep. I could open the door, make sure the alarm doesn't go off and all that. This is so much. Should I do it? Oh my gosh, should I do it? Okay, one person. So I got Ethel. Why is it they're hungry? Eat boy. That's so funny. You're like, no, somebody voted no, don't do it. So I love it. I love it. But it's a landslide so far. I'm trying to be good, Ethel. This is like I've never done it. I almost want to do it for you guys. I almost want to do it. Tony said no. So Tony said no. We all want to know. I know. Tony said no. That's so funny. You like, don't do it, James. Don't do it. Because there's nothing in my house right now that I can grab and just eat it. I don't have a lot of my stuff's frozen. My refrigerator is over freezing at the moment. My refrigerator. So some of my stuff is not defrosting. So I gotta take it out and defrost it. I had some super stuff I was gonna do, and I was like, it's still frozen. So yeah. So if you are signed into the app, please vote in the poll. Just know while you're also here, I've been on 71 minutes. I've been on 71 minutes. Um, but we haven't decided yet what I'm getting, Tony. We have not decided yet. This first question just of should I order food? We haven't got to the next poll will be what should I get? But right now we've got to the poll because I had wings the other day that were really good. So I may not get wings again right now. I may not get Popeyes, it might be too much. It'll be one of the choices, but I might get too much. 18 are watching. Hi, 18 are watching. This is so funny. Because when I used to work nights, I'd order food. And that was always our a lot of times we'd go get food. Sweet Qual's like, do it, do it. Yeah, so I don't I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm totally like, oh my God, like totally. It's funny. I know. I usually don't either. I usually just don't either. But I had a very light dinner, but it was actually so I didn't have breakfast. So I didn't have breakfast. I had lunch, which was Panda Express. I had today, and that's fine. Actually, I ate the healthy side of Panda Express. It was really good. I had the greens and the brown rice and all that. So I had that, and then I had a coffee with Flobo, and then I had some pasta. It's like a little bowl of pasta at around 7 o'clock. Or even less, it was like 6 o'clock. So like we're talking this hours ago, and I had a couple of Snicker bars, little mini Snickers. That's it. So I'm like, I'm a little hungry. I'm like, I almost want to do it for this to see should I do this? Get food, it feels right. It doesn't hurt to enjoy your food more and morning. Eat it up. Why not live it up? I know, live it up. I know. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm like, okay. So I got 8 votes. That's fine. So it's a landslide. Okay. So now the next question will be the next poll. Should JLJ order from Popeyes, Denny's, IHOP, because they are different. Denny's and IHOP are different. What's my fourth choice? Let's see what the other choice is. Okay. What's changing? We'll say Del Taco. Well, actually, I'll do Denny's IHOP together. I'm going to say Jack Hawks. Okay, folks. Go ahead and order. I'm going to go ahead and order. Let's see. Go ahead and vote. If I do order, where should I order from? Taco Bell. Let's see what I say Taco Bell. Oh my God, why is my thing taking forever? Show. Why is life just like my computer? Of course, my computer's slowed down, so I can't see anything yet. My computer is slowed down for a second. I'm never on this late, so my computer's like, "Hi, I'm going to just now. I'm just going to now just not show you anything." Okay, that's interesting. There we go. I think the poll is up now. Okay, check out the poll, you guys. Popeyes, Denny's IHOP, um, Jack in the Box, or Del Taco.
Monday.
Go ahead. I don't know if you guys can see it, or am I on? Should I be am I on? Am I off? Nobody's voting. Is the poll showing? Like there, you a little bit. Okay, I was like, oh, okay, Crystal. I think like glare you a little bit. I know. It's hard for me to not say his name because he's one of my best friends. I talk to him, hang out with him every day. It's like he's like Tony Moore, Flobo, Caesar. Those are like my best friends. I talk to them all the time. I do stuff with them. Like so, it's hard for me to not say his name. I have to say it because I mean we hang out together. That's what we do. We work together. We do stuff together. I have to say something. Well, I'm just saying whatever which one, just kind of So that's why nobody's voting. They don't know these places. Am I talking to the wrong crowd? You don't have any of these places where you live? Will this be the first poll nobody votes on? That's so funny. I'm like, this is well. See, I'm at nighttime, daytime. This may be already filled. All hotties, I know. I hang out with all of them. I just do, and I'm like, they're my friends. I mean, I just hang out with them. Won't let me click. Okay, let me end the poll and try again because I had a problem suddenly. So, oh wait a minute, there is something. So Denny's IHOP was first, Popeye second, Del Taco third. Okay, it went away. The poll's acting up. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. I'm just gonna do it again. So I don't know what's going on. My see, I'm never on this late. I'm usually in bed asleep. We'll try it again? Should JLJ order from? Okay, Denny, Denny's IHOP Popeyes. I'm gonna try it again, kids. Jack in the Box and we'll say Del Taco. Okay, we'll try it again. We're gonna try it again. Okay, now it's up again. Let's try it again. Denny's, IHOP, Popeyes, Jack in the Box, Del Taco. Go ahead and vote. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I know late night breakfast is always good, right? It's always good. But I'll tell you something. Some chicken's always good too, right? Oh my God, am I doing this? The poll's back, kids. My computer's making noises. Making noises. Noises. So right now it's between Denny's and IHOP. Okay. Oh, yes, those are two. Popeye between Denny's and Popeye. It's so funny. It's even a landslide. It's very close. It's very close. Okay. Okay. Because if I do Popeyes, obviously I'm gonna get chicken. If I do Denny's or IHOP, it's gonna be breakfast. I'll just order one. I'll just order their breakfast. Now I'm getting hungry. I know I'm like, because I've gone out to eat after being out at this time. I've done that. go somewhere and get something to eat. If I've never ordered, I just said I've never ordered. And there are folks trying to make money. You're right. There are folks probably trying to make money as drivers, trying money as in this whole thing. So I mean, that is something to think about. Supporting the nighttime economy. Oh, now it's 50-50. Oh, that's so funny. Popeye did is 50-50. That's interessante. What's going to be the tiebreaker? It's 50-50. Hi, 8 people are watching. I'm assuming you are following my channel if you're watching. If you can, hit the subscribe button to JLJ Media. I have over 50 shows, so check them all out. I have all kinds of goodies. All kinds of goodies. Oh, I missed La Brea was on tonight. Oh, I DVR'd it. Okay. Right, Tony? These come with pancakes. So you also have Del Taco. Oh, you don't have Del Taco? You're okay. Well, brief fast. Don't you have Taco Bueno where you are? I think it was Taco Bueno. It is 50-50. I'm like, we have a tiebreaker. 20 people watching, I have a tiebreaker. And I gotta find the money to buy this. I'm all talking about getting. I gotta look. I don't think I have enough money in my account. Let's see what I got. Let's see what's going on while we're doing this. I ain't bragging because I know one. I love the JLJ show. So I have JLJ this morning, which is in the mornings, Tommy. There's a JLJ this after dark. There's a JLJ this evening. It's on hiatus at the moment. I'm trying to figure out what that show is. But I figured out this show and I figured out the morning show. Those two are good. Acid reflux. I take probiotics, so I'm pretty good. The mother does Grubhub sometimes. I am very I have more success with DoorDash for me. But I have Grubhub on here too. I have it on here. I have Amazon Prime. It's still a tie. I'm waiting for a tiebreaker. It is still a tie, 50-50. Just one more vote, folks. Yeah, Taco Bueno. I know Taco Bueno. That was we have in Kansas. But I've been to the ones in Fort Worth and I've been to the ones in Kansas. I love Taco Bueno. Love Taco Bueno. Yeah, I got so I have Will Trent, I have the White Lotus, I have those two to watch. I take Eric Sweet Koala, I got money in that account too. Okay. Oh, okay. I got a little money in my wallet. Um, yeah, and I take a men's multivitamin. I take probiotics. I take vitamin C. I take some medication, not a lot, but I take probiotics because I have gastroenteritis sometimes. I take them. You take more supplements. So that's it. At least I yeah, that's okay. Yes, it's still a tie. It's still a tie. I'm waiting for a tiebreaker. I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna leave it up until I get a tiebreaker. Unless someone picks Jack in the Box or Del Taco, there's like, oh, but there's 20 people watching. Hi, 20 people. I got all night long. My TV's on too right now. Oh, my TV's on. I got all night. Mm. I was like, you guys, I'm gonna see what you guys have. I'm waiting for it now. I'm like 20 people are watching. Let's see. I'm getting more likes. Hit the like button. You're here. Oh, yeah, 10 likes. Perfect. It's still, yeah, still 50-50. That's so funny. I need to see you guys talking.
So they're going to be doing an overlay. So
I know folks who I'll go on TikTok and they're on there all night just talking to people. I'm like, that's what I do in the mornings. This is a trip doing this at night. Like it's at night. And I still have my giant tumbler, my drink. It's not a Stanley Cup. But if you watch my latest video, I talk about that. I'm just looking at my video and see if it's doing anything. Let's see what's going on. So 19 views there. Let me look on here. 116 views on there. Okay. This is not a Stanley Cup. I like the color. It's a no-name brand. That's so funny. Yeah, my sister and I just got one at the store. Okay, and then I posted it on TikTok. Let me see what happened on TikTok.
I have to ask you, I feel like it's almost the elephant in the room.
I actually don't have a preference right now or a taste for anything because I don't eat this. I don't eat this late. So to be very honest, I don't have a taste for anything. I'm just like a little hungry, but I don't have a taste. I don't like some nights I'll be like, I want this. I actually literally don't have a taste for anything. Do you know the poll between them? Well, everybody's here. Like it's like literally you're just gonna vote for the same thing. I mean, like it's like either you vote for politics or I'll even vote for change. And here is cherry sparkling water mixed with orange juice and peach juice. It's mixed together. It's good. Oh, my Stanley Cup was at 283. Okay. This is not a Stanley Cup. I like the color. It's a no-name brand. Yeah, my sister and I just got one at the store. I think it's huge. My arm hurts after I'm holding it, like for 2 seconds. I looked at how big. Oh my god, it's so funny. People are liking it. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, people are liking it. Love it. It's good. The product, well, that's the thing. I didn't even know Stanley Cups were a thing. My mother and I were hearing about this, and we actually went online together the other day, and we're like laughing. We're like, "Oh my god, they're like $100, $50. I mean, they're so expensive." I'm like, "What for a cup?" And so it's funny that we went on Temu, and we were on Amazon, and we found some cheaper cups that are the bomb. Right now, I'm washing them right now. They are the bomb, and they're so beautiful. And then this, my sister and I got this. Where we get this from? It's just as sturdy and everything. It's a beautiful. Let's get the right light on it. It's this color, and it's really beautiful, and I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. I forgot where we got this from. But Tony, my hand hurts already. He says shit is heavy. I got ice in it. It's like, but just keep it cold. But see, I like drinking out of big mugs at home. A lot of times I just like pour a bunch of water and I'm moving around doing stuff. But I wouldn't take this with me anywhere. It's huge. But I have the smaller ones I take with me on a regular. They're like the 8-ounce ones. I take those with me. But I'm like, I found some really cute ones on Temu. I found a cute one, and on Amazon I found a cute one. They were like $20. One was like $15. Some of them I each got a couple. And I'm gonna try those. I'll do pictures of those too. But I'm like, this damn, it's beautiful, and I'm already like, oh, I'm so tired. Um, it's just like but I drink lots of water, and so I have I have water things. I don't have one over here. I thought I had over here. Um, I have water jars and stuff that I use. And see, most of the time I'm like, hi, this Dutch Brothers. This is what I carry for my coffee and stuff, like this size. I don't usually carry all the other stuff. So I don't know. Like because it's huge. It's huge. They like it. It's still 50-50. Like seriously, somebody's not gonna vote. But you guys voted already. But anybody who's in here, There are 17 people watching, only 8 votes. I'm seriously you. I mean, not just I'm just gonna say. I mean, I have no. I'm not in a huge rush. I mean, I'm like everything's fine, but yeah, I don't have a taste for anything. I don't have a taste. So like, I want this. I have no taste for anything. I just like water is good for you. I love water. I love coffee. I love water. I also have this little disco ball one. I love coffee. Love water. I'm all in. In like Flynn. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Golden. Quarez has a good. This one is Mediterranean vanilla. I'm trying to get the light on it. I love this brand. This brand is so good. It smells so good. I put on my ashy arms. It's so good. This is my ibuprofen. No, you got, especially you drink coffee. You drink coffee. The coffee dries you out, so you got to drink water. Moisturizing is important. My elbows, especially, I got to get them moisturized. Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I mean, seriously, I'm not in any rush. But it's funny. It's been up for 13 minutes, and I've been on for I've been on it for an hour and a half, and it's 50-50. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Go coin. No, I want to vote. I want them to fucking vote. What the fuck? Fucking vote. That's what I want. Fucking vote, somebody. Break the tie, god damn it. See, I don't cuss in the morning like this. I can cuss at night. Uh-oh. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote. And it's now 56-44. Denny's IHOP. So it took me to cuss for someone to vote. That makes me laugh. I know whenever I'm mean, people like I get more viewership. It's just kind of weird. Sweet koala. I drink 1 cup in the morning and usually 1 cup midday, and that's it. I can't do much more than that. It's too much for me. Flobo, my buddy, drinks like 7 cups a day. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it. We had coffee today, and we both went home, took naps. I'm like, the coffee didn't even keep me awake. I'm like, good night. I know we're 56-44. So Denny's IHOP looks like it's the winner, but not by a landslide. It's not a landslide at all. Not a landslide. It's not a landslide. So I just have to decide if I'm going to do that. It'll be breakfast. I would get lunch, or I would get a sandwich or anything. I would get breakfast, I guess. I gotta decide. What am I gonna do? So, but thanks for voting, everybody. Thanks for that person, that ninth person who voted. Thank you so much for voting. The suspense was killing me. Thank you for breaking me out of my misery. I know. Girl, I did too. Like when I talk dirty, I know. When I talk dirty or cuss, then suddenly I get like more viewership. I get more people. And that's crazy. So I should be like, who's gonna fucking buy me breakfast? Who's gonna send me like $25 to buy breakfast? When we start cussing at you. Do more polls. I don't that sounds dirty. Tony will take it the wrong way. I'm only on the poll for a minute. I mean, I don't know what polls to do. That was just those are food polls. Those are food-based polls. So this sounds like just every time like open my mouth more, it just gets worse. But that was fun. So that was fun. Um, But yeah, coffee, I go back to sleep. Well, I mean, the morning coffee, I'm energized. And then I'm drinking the afternoon coffee, that 2:30 feeling. I'm drinking that coffee to wake up as I go to sleep. And there's Leopardess. You just missed the poll. I know, just that's you just missed both polls. Oh, Crystal Hopkins, if you're still on here, did you? Oh my God, Ethel, you have. Oh my God. Okay, I'll get to Ethel's thing in a statement in a second. So, Crystal Hopkins on today's General Hospital, they brought back the woman in the wheelchair who does the AA meetings. They brought her back. I thought of you today. I was like, there she is. And Ethel, see, this is so funny. It's that statement you're saying makes me laugh because my friends and family off camera know I actually have the mouth of a truck driver, of a sailor, of a bad child. I cuss all the time, actually. So that means I'm doing a great job on here because I try not to cuss that much on here on all my shows. I'm very much because I came from because I came from oh, you voted Leopard, so good. I came from a network where you couldn't cuss. So that's where my cheese and crackers comes from, or my God bless America comes from, because I had to watch my mouth. And I was like, because I got in trouble a couple of times. Like, James, you can't curse on TV, not here. So you don't want explicit rating. So there's you heard. See, George heard polls. Yeah, for me to they want me to order. I've never ordered food in the middle of the night here in Los Angeles. They want me to order it, and I was cussing at them to see who's going to buy me lunch or late dinner or whatever. No, that's what I was saying. So it's funny. That means I'm doing a good job because I try not to cuss that much. Because that's I don't want explicit ratings on my stuff. Also, I want my stuff semi-family friendly and all that kind of stuff. But and for some people it is a turn off. You cuss a lot, and some people it's fun. I like to cuss for comedy and stuff. But it's funny. So it's funny. So you saying that means it's fine. My thing is my grandmother. This is my grandmother told me. My late grandmother Mitzi told me that words are just words. But she was always like, make sure you know the English language backwards and forwards. Make sure you know nice big words. She was a wordsmith. So I'm an ex-spelling bee champion. So I'm all about words in English and all that kind of stuff. She said, once you know the real, same with Spanish too, know Spanish words. Once you know it, then you're allowed every once in a while to play with it. And that includes slang, because that was her thing, slang, cursing, whatever. It's like, but make sure, because she's like, you're a black man in America, make sure you know how to speak, and make sure you know when it is appropriate to say certain things and not. That was her big thing. So I've always kind of carried that with me. So I don't know how to act in public. Sure, I don't know how to act in public. But for Ethel to say this is sound like that's great. I mean, that means that I've done my job all these years because literally off camera, I'm just I'm bad. I'm bad. I curse all the time. So that's what you cuss this right now. Stop. So you'll stop, Tony. I am not an innocent person. I tell people all the time, I'm very transparent. I am not innocent. I'm not. I don't have a life. I mean, all I do is take care of my family. That's all I do and work. But one day I want to be bad again. It's good to be bad off camera. Oh, nothing on camera. On camera, we're not gonna do anything bad on camera, but off camera. But also notice that when I do know how to speak and I do know how to use my words, and I think a lot of times I have a message I want to send out there to talk to people. I want them to hear the message. So to me, the cursing or not using good words takes away from that. And so I don't want to get my message taken away. So I'm going to get all super serious at 1:31 a.m. in the morning, but that's just to answer Crystal's kind of thing. So I mean Crystal, Ethel's thing. So a lot of times I don't. But just letting you know, I come from a family, we all cuss and curse and we do all this, so we do. But I try my best, the cheese and crackers, all that kind of stuff. Well, but it seems to think, Sweet Koala, I'm a big black man, so I'm viewed as aggressive, period. When I had a shaved head, especially, I'm viewed as aggressive when I walk in the room. So yes, I always try to do things to de-escalate that, especially in public in person. And so that's something that I have to walk with every day of my life. Is that it's like saying for women, like black women they're super sassy, they have attitudes, that kind of thing. For big black men, we're considered. If I was even darker, it'd be even worse. But I'm considered aggressive just walking through the door. And I'm going to get into serious conversation about that either too. Um, how to life, like these are kind of how to. Well, I did have classes, and some did take them, and some of them, some I don't know which one. I don't know which one of your content creators do this, but some of them are actually taking my advice, and they're actually doing stuff. Some good stuff, but I don't know. I don't know which ones you're talking about. It's all Shady Wednesday, and I'm always here for the tea. But yes, there's some content creators. Yeah, I can't even. I 2 minutes. I'm done watching. I'm already like, yeah, I'm done. So yeah, so it's kind of funny. So it's like, but yeah, I was teaching classes last year, and some of them came to my classes. But that's the great thing too. Everybody has their style, everybody has their things, and you have the right to click the channel at all times. You're like, next, I don't want that on my screen. You go somewhere else. But see, I want everybody to watch me, so I will do what I can. But you know, sometimes strong language is needed in some cases. If I'm really fired up and I'm really angry about a real life thing, not much about soap operas, like a real life thing. Oh, I've cussed here and there. If I'm angry during the pandemic, during George Floyd, there are several shows where I was pissed and I was cussing, and I don't apologize for that because literal lives were at stake, and I was hurt and fighting and hurt, and so there's times when it comes in handy. But it was just so funny, Ethel. My late stepfather, who was an ex-cop, ex-Navy military, I never heard him cuss ever. He was married to my mom 25 years. Never heard him cuss. Never. He wasn't a talker anyway, that much, but I never heard him cuss. Never heard him say a bad word ever. He died at 85. I don't know if he ever did as younger, whatever, but the 25 years he was married to my mom, he never did. So I'm like, that's restraint. That's restraint. So he's never did. Now my mother cusses. I cuss because, but he never did. So that's very for me. It was very for somebody who comes from those backgrounds. That was very interesting. He was very low key, very just under the cut. Didn't talk much, didn't say much, didn't do much. He was just like he was there. He was there. So that's just kind of funny. Yes, my family were all my daughters. We all cuss. It's bad. It's bad. I know, but it doesn't mean that I'm any dumber than anybody else. I have a doctorate. I'm a very smart person. Doesn't mean I'm dumb. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that I cuss sometimes. They're words, but I do try on here not to do it so much. But it's a late night show, and I will say fuck every once in a while because I can. Because I'm also a Taurus, so I'm definitely gonna do what I want. That's how I got it too. It's me. I never heard her say a cuss word. Wow, that's so funny. No, I heard my grandmother's cuss here and there. Yes. Wait, no, it's me. I never heard it. Have a good night and day, Miss G. Thanks for joining us tonight. I said this is a whole different crowd. For me, coming out, this is a whole different crowd. My morning show is one crowd. Now my after dark shows. I'm still developing that evening show, but the after dark show is another crowd. It's very interesting. I love it. Thank you. What about the food? What I usually eat for breakfast? I don't. A lot of times I don't eat breakfast. I'll eat lunch. I usually have applesauce in the morning. Anybody watches my shows in the morning, I'm eating applesauce or some kind of fruit of some sort, a banana. Usually I have coffee for breakfast. That's usually what I have. That's it. I have coffee for breakfast, and that's it, kids. And then, but I like applesauce. Sometimes cereal. Sometimes oatmeal. I don't really eat. I don't eat a lot, but I love breakfast food. That's a whole other story. I love breakfast food is my favorite food of the day. So any breakfast foods I like, but I usually don't eat a lot of breakfast. Recently, I was getting into scrambled eggs and cheese, scrambled soft. I was doing that for a while. Put some salsa in it, and I was good to go. But I have no eggs. I ran out of eggs. I keep meaning to buy eggs every time I go to the store. I keep forgetting to buy eggs. I'm like, I want some eggs. I had brown eggs. My eggs are brown like my skin. But I keep forgetting to buy some. I need to buy like a big pack of eggs. Just have them. No, so that's right. I said no. So number one, I'm not getting that. You say you ask me what I eat for breakfast. I'm not eating that these days. It's been 3.5 years, Tony JC, since I've had that. So that's not happening. So basically, it's coffee for breakfast. That's the only thing that's going in my mouth. It been limited series fooled me once. It was good. There's the Leopardess. There's so many shows. There are so many shows. I just finished The Bear. The Bear season 2. I loved it. 10 episodes. Loved the whole series. Came with season 3. I got to start White Lotus. That's the one. Everybody saying start the White Lotus. That's next. Um, Eggs are expensive. I talk about that on something. The eggs are expensive. I like eggs. I like having eggs in my house. Like I feel like that's the staple. You have eggs in your house. But I ran out because for like 4 mornings in a row, I make 3 eggs with some scrambled, and then some people like Ethel and her might be able to cuss either. We never cussed around the house, and to this day, we never cussed around each other or our mother. There you go. Just about. What do I eat for lunch? Now that's anything. I mean that ranges from salads to soups to burritos, burgers. I don't have a usual. Every day is literally different. Every single day. There are a lot of times I'm doing my morning show. I'm asking for suggestions. I always say Peruvian. Nobody picks it. Every day is very different. I don't have a regular eating habits. I don't. I don't have any regular eating habits. I don't. I gotta wash. I haven't washed my hair in like 2 weeks. I gotta wash it. It's time for me to. I got all this great product. I need to just go ahead and wash it. It's been. So I need to shave the sides. I need to shave again. It's like, oh my god! I'm like, hello. But this brush is the bomb. This brush like totally just brushes it out. It detangles. Look at all this hair I have. It's just light. It's just hair everywhere. Hair everywhere. This thing is the bomb. And it feels good. I am 72 years young. I never kissed in front of my mom and grandma. Well, there you go, girl. There you go. I'm not that pure. I wish I was, but I'm not. I wish I could wash my hair every 2 weeks. Good, I guess. Well, it's funny. I just put it in a bun. I'm always like this. Put it in a ponytail or a bun, and I'm done. I'm like, okay, done. So I haven't paid attention to it. So I need to. I can tell it needs it. It totally needs it. I've been going through mourning the last 2 weeks, so I've had no energy to do anything to my hair or my face. I just brush my teeth, take a shower. That's it. I just my hair. I have a lot of hair, as you can see. It takes a long time, and I'm just like I had those 2 deaths. My cousin and my grandmother. I just was not. I just have not been in the mood to do it. 18-count eggs for $2. That's pretty good. And I just gotta buy some. I just keep forgetting to buy some. Right. I should I have coupons. I should just go buy some. I was out today and I forgot to get it. Good night, Crystal. So I guess you did hear what I said about the disabled person. I know. I've been on for almost 2 hours. It's happening. It's so funny. I heard White Lotus is crazy, both seasons. The Bear is good. The Leopardess, I think you'll love it. The first season's good. Only 8 episodes first season, 10 the second. The episode everybody talks about is episode 6 called Fishes in season 2. That episode is crazy. It's one of the most interesting hours of television I've ever seen in my entire life. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah, eggs are not $2. They're not $2 here. That's not the case. So I have a screen here, I have a screen there, I have a screen here. I don't know what you call expensive in Europe and how that relates to LA, because in America it's different, because the coast, I believe the food's more expensive. Inside in the center, I went shopping in Kansas City when I was with my sister a few months ago, and it was way cheaper than LA. So I can't tell about anybody else, because I just know in California it's expensive here. I can't even. So I can't even. You guys who live here elsewhere could answer that question. I just know for me, slinging pie. She was. She was. Now she out. Um, but I was telling you, L.A., San Francisco, California is expensive. But see, I get coupons, and I use them coupons all the time, kids. I use them all the time. I have no shame. Big Lots sent me a coupon for $10 off an amount. So I want to use that at some point. I have that to use. I'm like, sure. I'm a coupon. My mother's a coupon queen. I took over the mantle. I have no problem with that. And in some cases, I'll do regular brand. They're feeling it's high. Get out. As I said, the coasts. As I'm saying, the coasts, I think they're most expensive. Elsewhere, it's a little different. Ain't bragging, cause I'm the one. Oh my God, Sherry. Oh my goodness. What are you doing up? That is so funny. I've never just been talking all straight. I'm like, take me a little break. All I've been doing is talking shit. What's everybody time check? Everybody tell your time. What time are you? For me, it's 1:45 a.m. Pennsylvania. I used to live there. Pennsylvania. When your girl said probably never crept up, some of your hair got messed up. 3:45, 4:45. I know, Sherry. It's 1:45 there, 1:45 here in Los Angeles. 46. So we got the East Coast, we got Midwest, we got Vegas and me. Nobody in the middle time zone. Way there. I know George is in Georgia. George, you're in Georgia. I just caught that this whole time. George is in Georgia. My dog woke up a bit ago to go to the bathroom and I can't fall asleep. Well, asleep and the house is quiet. So she's smart. I get up when the house is because I get up when the house is quiet. I know Sherry. There's 16 people here, and it's a nice because I said we do the morning show. Sherry should be part of the morning show, and so she knows it's like, um, yes, I need more. I need 8 hours. How are you going to say I need 8 hours of sleep? Girl, I understand the 8 hour sleep thing. Like, folks, go to sleep. James, people want people to come back to Jason Morgan, Spencer Gunn Perez, VH. Yes, I've seen that Leprous online. I've seen that. I've seen both those things. Yes. I sleep during the day for 4 hours. Then early evening, I go to bed and get up when their butts go to bed. Well, the thing is, naps are good, folks. The thing is, you can do whatever you want. I mean, nowadays, now my job is all over the place, so I can sleep. God, 3 or 4 hours during the middle of the day, and I'm energized. Energized. You try to get 10 hours of sleep, two-hour naps. You go, girl. I want him to remember his kid. I'm saving my General Hospital talk for tonight. I'll be talking about tonight, so I'm gonna save my General Hospital talk. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the new head writers. I'm gonna get Frank's take on that. What he thinks about Jason coming back. We're gonna talk about all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna save my General Hospital talk because I'm literally gonna do it tonight. So I'm gonna wait and say I do it tonight. I was get to it. I need 8 to 6 hours. I get about 6, 7 hours a day. I'm all about that. I'm all about the sleep. Sleep is very important. Sleep is very, very, very important. I can't wait till tonight. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna find out Frank's email situation. We're gonna find that out also. Where is he at in the emails? I'm gonna make sure we find out also. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Woo! Everybody think Leopardus for the night owls, for the Lottie night owls. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm-hmm. And Kayla Roney. This is J After Dark. I've been on for 2 hours. Um, I done. You and I were just talking earlier on the messaging back and forth. I got your text earlier. Yes, I know, Frank. I'm like, yeah. I don't even understand. I don't. Frank makes you. He makes you laugh. But we were talking the other night, and after we had a recording of something else, and we have talking. I was like, I miss you, Frank, and I miss you too. So again, we'll be back full time 2/4/24. But right now we are on hiatus. But we said the fans need us, so we are coming on. But hi, Miss Kayla. It's very good to see you. Well, see you. You missed two. We had two polls already. We've had two polls. We've talked about cussing, food, New York, um, black men. We've had some conversations. We've had some conversations. Mm. Leopardess, good night. Godspeed. Rest well. Like good morning breath. I go. That's enough. That's a image. Oh my God! Thank you, George. I just see that. Everybody, thank George for the super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just looked up. I looked up. I'm looking down. I gotta look up. So thank you. So George, 29. Thank you so much. I didn't even expect that. Thank you so much. I took 2 polls in one session. Yes. That's yes. Yes, thank you. That's so funny. Thank you. Yes, you see that. Um, it's funny you guys are getting up, getting up early. Some of you guys are going to bed. Um, yes, drinking out of my big mug, my tumbler. So I'm talking to a friend of mine. I'm sharing like my shows right now. Thing. So I'm typing something right now. So that's what I get. So now I'm typing something. Can we type this again? Do something 1 second. JLJ Media, James Lott Jr. That one. Okay, did that. So it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been on over 2 hours. I probably will get off and go to bed now. It's way past my bedtime. But this has been so much fun. So I'm gonna try to get up early, which will be like 5 hours from now, because I want to do a show in the morning. So I'm not gonna order any food. I'm not gonna do that right now. Maybe one day I'll order food while I'm on here one day. I might do that. But I think I'm gonna go to bed. Try to get to do a quick show in the morning before my interview. That's on my list. But thank you guys for being on. Thanks for the super chats. I love that. Thank you. No, it's I'm like I don't have enough money in my account to get food, so to order food because the delivery fees cost money and stuff. So one day when I have money in my account and I'm staying up later, then I will order food while I'm in here. I will do that and try it. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Oh, thank you, Kayla, for the thing. Thank you so much. But we will do it next time. We'll do it next time. I'll be on again. But tonight, if you're a GH fan, watch me and Frank. We'll be on 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Street Quality will probably be in bed. But we'll be on tonight talking about General Hospital. You're gonna hear it's gonna be Shady Wednesday. You're gonna hear all our opinions. But I love everybody in this chat room, everybody who's watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything. And I will see you later. Good night, everybody. Thanks for a nice, successful JLJ After Dark.